It says I'm live. Hi, good morning. Hey, everybody. It's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. How are you guys doing this morning? Thank you so much for joining me. It is a pleasure to be here with all of you. Oh, all my Texas girls are in the house. I see you guys over there in the chat. Pop in, tell me where you're coming in from and where you're watching from. Very, very nice to see you guys this morning. I've been awake since, I don't know, 3-ish. Y'all, my brain. I know it happens to you too. You'll be, you're working on a project and your brain kicks in the middle of the night. It just, those wheels get to turning, don't they? It's crazy. Odessa. Hi, Cindy. That's so funny. Where were we? It's the oldest. I don't know. It's a claim to fame, an oldest bar in Texas or something like that. And it's just north of Canyon Lake, right? Just north of New Braunfels, San Antonio area. It can't be the oldest bar in Texas. But anyway, and it has outdoor toilets, like stalls and all this, and in the ladies' room. And somebody wrote right above the toilet on the wall in a black Sharpie, and it says Odessa with an arrow pointing down. I laughed so hard when I saw it. I'm not knocking Odessa. It's just pretty desolate out there. Oh my goodness. You guys have been, yesterday the internet was bad, right? The internet, come to find out it was the router, but I'll tell you about that and the upcoming changes with that kind of thing in a minute. But it was so funny. I was watching back yesterday to see what I had missed in the chat. And my internet was crappy. I was freezing up and things were going and we were switching between my phone and the laptop. And y'all were just chit-chatting away about Costco, Sam's Club, rotisserie chickens. You guys are just doing your thing. And I just love that. I love the community that we have here. It's so great. So, okay. So after we got off here, so I went and checked. Before we started, I was like, okay, I can't pull up StreamYard on my laptop and I can't pull it up on my desktop and I couldn't pull it up on my phone unless I turned off Wi-Fi. So it obviously had something to do with the internet and not the device. So I call my internet company and I'm like, hey, y'all, what's going on? And he says, well, your router's down. And I said, yeah, but I've got a green light on my router and all the lights are blinking. And he says, what? And we stream TV through a Fire Stick, an Amazon Fire Stick in the living room. And so I said, you can hear the TV on. That's direct TV stream. My internet's working. What's going on? He says, that's weird. Long story short, we rebooted the router. He left the ticket open in case I have any more troubles. And he'll call me back on Friday and see if we're still having intermittent outages or whatever. But all of that succeeded in my printer going, my wireless printer. So I slaved it with a cable and it still doesn't want to work. I have a love-hate relationship with my printer. And I'm telling you this because without the printer of the crow design, right? Here's the grass of the crow design of the Lori Holt's How to Build a Scarecrow. I can't get accurate placement on the block. So I got everything, just about everything ready to go. And I did split this grass in half. But not only did I do that, and this is what I do when I wake up at 3 a.m. Canada. Hi, Lucy. Great to see you here. Thank you for coming. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Love it, love it, love it. So what I decided to do with this was not only split the grass in half, so I have a grass left and a grass right. I split the entire design in half, okay? So I split this into two. So now this is a single design and this is a single design, exactly like I did when my printer was in a good mood. And I split the design using Enthusiast, like I had shown y'all the other day when I was having camera fuzzies. Okay. I can go back over that and show you that again if you want. All right. So what I did was I took and split the design again. Okay. So I had my crows all in one. Then I brought in the left and I brought in the right grass. And then I split the design. Well, what I did was I deleted this bird. Okay. And so now the way I have it set is this bird, this grass, and the star are one design. And this bird and this side of the grass are another design. Because it's got to be in two hoopings because it's so big. I think. It looks like it'll fit in this, but it won't. I don't think it will. So we'll see how that goes. We're always, hey, there's my girl. Hi, Frito. There's my Frito. Hi, baby. Such a good girl. You want your goldfish? You want your goldfish? Yes. Yeah, you want your goldfish? Was he such a good girl? Here you go. Just to smell it each time, just in case. Giving her something. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. All right, we'll see you later. She's funny. So that's what I'm going to do. And I put it all on a USB to show you guys, so I can do that in a minute. But since my printer has just, because I told it, print crow, grass left, and crow, grass right. Those are the names of the blocks. And print them, please, so I can have my crosshairs and I can align them all up. And my printer said, I'm just not feeling it today. Drama queen. Ugh. So stand by, right? So I had talked to y'all on Monday and told you that probably today, assuming I got that done yesterday, but that didn't work because I had internet issues, that I would do the July mini, right? From Art to Heart. So that's what I'm going to do today with you guys. It's always something. It's always something, y'all. So this is it here with the home. That one, that's what I'm going to make. Yeah. Drama queen, my printer. So yesterday, my neighbor, 2 doors down, Harry, I'm going to introduce you guys to him. Maybe, I don't know, maybe next week or something. But I was talking to Harry last night, and Harry's one of those guys. I bet you every neighborhood has one. Harry likes to get in his ATV or his truck, and he drives all around, and he sees people outside, and he'll just pull over and go, hey, what are you doing? And he gets to know people. Natural born salesman, right? So Harry, Keith and I were sitting outside last night, and I see him drive up to there's a guy from the water company across the street. Well, I'm like Gladys Kravitz. I got to know what's going on outside my front window, right? So I text Harry. I said, come over here and have a beer and tell me what's going on with the water company next door. So, oh, thank you. A shout out to my technique Snapplique. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. That's what we're going to do today too, anyway. So he comes over here, and Harry is a salesman for Dirksen buildings, right? And I don't know if you're overseas, you probably are unaware, but we've got these portable buildings from a company called Dirksen. Keith and I we have one here on this property. We have one at the coast. It's our shed. And then we have one at the RV and boat storage. So Harry sells those buildings. And I said, hey, Harry, I'm dating myself with Gladys Kravitz reference. You betcha. I'm telling you guys, I'm like, Gladys Kravitz was a character on Bewitched back in the 60s and 70s. Anyway, you're dating yourself that you know who I'm talking about. Abner. So I said, I said, Harry, I said, do people buy those buildings for she sheds? He goes, yeah, all the time. You can build it on our website and da da da. I said, would you give my viewers a discount? And he said, I'd be happy to. So later today, I'm going to go over to the Dirksen building lot that he has. And I'm going to take my camera around and you can meet him and all that. And I'll put it all in a video for that. So that'll be cool. She sheds, or you could get a man shed and, throw your husband out. Do that, right? So anyway, that'll be kind of cool. But where was I going? Oh, Harry, who knows everything going on in the neighborhood. Like Gladys Kravitz on wheels is him, right? So a garage, yeah. Margie, we've got, that one out back, 12 by 30 or 40, huge building, Everything that we had in our barn when we had our cows is in a Dirksen building out back. So anyway, Abner, you guys are having a good time with that, aren't you? Oh my goodness. So he informs me last night, we're getting fiber internet. And I'm like, no way. I was so excited. When? He says, it probably before the end of the summer. I was really excited about that. So, of course, I said, who? He says Spectrum. And I'm like, ugh. So Spectrum's fine. It's AT&T, right? And, we've got DirecTV, which is AT&T. The thing I love about my internet right now that I have, that I do love about it, is yesterday when I called the guy, it rang twice. And this young man, not a computer, but a young man answers and says, GVEC Internet, this is Zach. How can I help you? That's what I love about my internet company that I have right now, GVEC. But, Spectrum's not AT&T? Okay. Yeah, I know Spectrum isn't the best, but it's fiber. Are you sure they're not owned by AT&T? Why do I think that they were? I don't know. Okay. So anyway, but I'm getting fiber from Spectrum. And if I remember, see, I can't get that AT&T internet out here. They don't have it. But if I remember correctly, when I've done a video on this of people having trouble connecting their scan and cuts and embroidery machines to Spectrum because the router hides the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, right? So, it's Uverse. That's what it is, AT&T Uverse. So Spectrum is owned by somebody else. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Anyway, whoever owns it, that's fine. But so I'm going to jump on it. And one of y'all had mentioned the other day for me to think about Starlink. Starlink is great if you're, surfing the web and you're on TV, you're watching TV. That's all download speed, and that's great. The upload speed for Starlink is right up there with DSL. It's very slow. And so as a streamer, I stream up, not down. I can't use Starlink. It won't do me any good. Charter? Ugh. Oh, it's owned by Charter. Okay. Spectrum is owned by Charter. Doesn't matter. My mom used to write in the check when she paid the phone bill every month, she'd write Ma Bell instead of whoever it was, Southwestern Bell, I think we had. And she'd write Ma Bell on the 2 line on the check just to piss them off. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Jeannie. No, not a fan of their flying geese method on American Pie. I have got a video and I've linked it below in the description box. And that video will change your life when it comes to making flying geese and dealing with all of those angles in that quilt. Okay. So take a look at that. It'll change your life when it comes to that. And it makes it so much more accurate. So much more accurate. Okay. Yeah, Patty. She says, for what I do, wireless LTE would never work. I'm hardwired in right here. I have to be hardwired in. Sandra, thank you so much, sweetie. I got your sweet card. You're so thoughtful. Thank you so much for the nice message in here. And Sandra sent me, you know, my shirt that I wear that says Sewing Life, and it's got the picture of the lady with the little bunny ears over her thing. I got to figure out how to, I don't know how to wear these. I have to watch a YouTube video to figure out how to tie them on and get them to stay on. I've never been able to do that. And so I wanted it so that I don't look like a rabbit, right? They're supposed to flop. So Sandra, thank you. Something like this. I think it's just like this. But I got to move my chongo up here on the top higher. Okay. Let's cut some. Oh, I want to show you guys what I did yesterday. I'm missing comments. Okay. Let's see. Sunflower block. Now this one, this is for how to build a scarecrow. This thing feels like a flak vest because it's got 4 layers of heat and bond light in it. Not a fan at all. If you've only got 1 layer of it, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe even 2 if you have a couple of overlapping pieces like the legs on the scarecrow. That was a thing that I woke up this morning thinking about too. It's a good thing I didn't do the grass yesterday because the legs of the scarecrow go under the grass. They've got to go down first. Anyway, so I just trimmed the stabilizer away on the back of the block. Okay. So did this one. And I also did my little gardening gloves. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That turned out really sweet. So, all right. So today I'm going to do, because now you watch, we'll be halfway through this video and my printer will kick in and spit out those 2 print jobs. Oh my goodness. Oh, you had a good time there, Kathy? Yeah, Missouri Star. Very nice. Gosh, this shirt is old. Oh my goodness. Yo, my air conditioner's on steroids. Hold on a second. I gotta fix that. That's a problem. I'm freezing over here. Okay. I got a weird thing happening here. And it's been happening with my old thermostat and now the new one that Keith installed. It thinks it's 78 degrees in here. And so that AC is just on. It's not 78. It's like 70. It's cold. Okay. So when you're making that home block, this is the size of the O that they want you to cut. This is the size of the block for the O, that heart, right? That's too small for Snapplique. Whenever you're going to make Snapplique, you've got to enlarge the whole block so that it's going to fit. Okay. Becky, the enabler. Oh, no. Did you? No. You're not. Cheryl. Good for you. You'll love it. It's a fun little quilt. But I did both of these blocks. Once you get this Snapplique process down, y'all, see, I'm turning you embroiderers into quilters. That's the point. It's real. I'm just being really sly about it. Okay. I did both of these blocks in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Once you get Snapplique down, it's quick. Ching, ching, ching. Oh, an interesting thing on this one too. I wanted to tell you guys. So let me hide that comment. Okay. So Right. What I do when I've got duplicates of things that are going to make, like the birds, okay? You put one together exactly like you want it, and then you make a copy of it, paste it, flip it, okay? And move it or whatever. So I did that. And then I checked to see, make sure the hidden stitches were removed, the blanket stitches from underneath the cuff and the thumb. And they were removed on this piece, but not this piece. And I was like, why is that? It's an exact copy. That's strange. So I did this one, and then I made a separate one that was not a copy. I made a separate one. And I'm looking at all this in my software. And it still did not remove the hidden stitches on this glove. And I was like, that's so weird. Then I create outline, reconnect outline, and it instantly fixed them both. I had broken graphics. That's what did it, was the broken graphics. That's why you buy Stitch Artist 3, because it will fix those broken graphics when you didn't know there were any, which was really weird. So if I made one, right, and I just made a copy of it and moved it over, why was this one fixed and this one wasn't? I don't know, but it broke. The second one broke either when I flipped it or it's strange. Who knew? Interesting. So lots of different ways to break graphics. That, you know, it just kind of gets you in a troubleshooting mindset. When you start doing this, you'd be like, oh, let me try that. Sure enough, fixed it right away. Okay. So I have this big, here's the pattern for home. And then what I ended up doing, like I told y'all, this is too small for the O. So this is all my fabric on Heat and Bond Light. Let me pull this off. There's one. I did not put any SF101 on the back of the white fabric on this one because I think it's going to be fine against the background. The background's light enough that it's not that big of a deal. Okay. And then this, my navy blue. Vicky says troubleshooting's her way of life. And then here's the block for the O that I made. And so you can see the difference. It's a ½ inch, it's 1 inch bigger, horizontally and vertically. Okay. So this is the one they want you to make, and this is the one you need to make. All right. You just need to figure that out. And I had, the other day I showed you guys, you can stop the video, but there's the measurement amounts for it right there. Okay. That's what you want. That hurt my head. Math. Do I ever take my patterns and scan them all in and work them all before I send them to cut, so they're all saved in your computer, and then you can go cut them before you stitch? So Patty's talking about a workflow issue here. Yes. So all of the plastic shapes, the So Simple shapes from Lori Holt, I scan those in all at one time and save those up to the cloud, so they're all there. And then I build them one at a time. Oh, thank you, Paula. That's very thoughtful. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. So I will make them one at a time, depending on what I'm working on that day. And right now I'm playing catch up with Lori Holt. Okay. She's got you making a couple blocks a week. I can make a couple of blocks in a day using the Snapplique method. So, but that workflow, you made your home with a Texas flag as the O. Rhonda, that's brilliant. I love that. That is brilliant. I should have done that. I might do that. That's brilliant. I love it. Love it. You guys are still talking about those bins. The Costco Oregon doesn't cover the bins. Got to order them online, I think. And yeah, they're $30 more expensive, or 20 something, or I don't know. I think they're about $30 more expensive online. Still, they're a deal. Okay, I'm going to get my 24-inch scanning mat because I don't want to wad this up any smaller than I have to. So let me look for that. There's my 12-inch scanning mat. Oh, I was emailing with Jamie from Sew and Sail Cruise this morning. He is on his way. He says, I'm on a plane on my way to South America. I was like, oh, be careful. So they've got a list of all of y'all that have emailed and called, and whole list of people that want to go. And they're going to start going through them first come, first serve. Okay. And he will get back with you probably in the next couple of weeks. So he said, if to tell you guys to hold on when it comes to getting everything. He's got something else in the works. I'm not sure what it is. He didn't tell me. He said, I'll call you next week when I get back and we'll talk. I said, okay. So let's see if I could do this. I'll put you guys so you can see it, but I gotta load my mat here because it's hanging. Okay. Okay. He was a kick on the cruise, wasn't he, Karen? He's great. Yeah. I love Jamie. He's awesome. Jamie used to be in the NFL, you guys. If you look up, Google Jamie Silva, he was a safety for the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. Oh, Candace, I don't know if you were here on Monday. I told everybody about your email where your title was OMG, OMG, OMG. You were so excited. Okay. You got your reservation. Good, good, good. Okay. So up here on my screen, if you're new, if you've been here a minute, I'm just talk amongst yourselves. All right. Just don't be disruptive. Okay. Because you've got new people. Think of new people. Keep it down in the back, you guys. So we've got pattern and scan. Those are the two main menu items. Okay. And then down here we have retrieve data and test. If you have the SDX model, and how do you know if you have the SDX? It'll say SDX right there in front of the number. Okay. The CM models, the older CM models have a clear cover and they're kind of white. The SDX models are kind of a bluish gray. On the CM models, you have to do a test every time you cut to make sure you've got the right depth on your blade. But the SDX models are auto blade testing. Thank you, Debbie. You got it, girl. Hit like. Okay. So from this main menu, patterns are patterns that were in the machine when you bought it. So if you touch this, you're going to get fonts and frames and borders and shapes and all kinds of stuff. Okay. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the scan menu. So I'm going to hit scan. And I want to scan to cut data. You can do a direct cut, but you can't do direct cut on the mat that I'm using because it's a scanning mat only and it won't let you. You can scan to USB and you can actually scan in, like if you have important papers, scan that in. It'll save it as a picture on your USB if you want. You got a port for a USB over here on the other side of this machine. And I want to scan to cut data because I'm going to turn this into cut files. So I'm going to go scan to cut data. Now it says scan area 12 by 12 with a black and white. I think I want color, I think. Is that right? No, the E has an inside. I'm going to leave it where it is. But the scan area is going to be 12 by 24. And tell it okay. Okay. Well, I only really need 12 by 18. It doesn't have to go all the way to the end. That's the nice thing about this 24-inch scanning mat is you can use it to just scan just a part of it. So I'm going to do 12 by 18 because I've got this folded to about 17 inches long. Tell it okay. Tell it okay. And start. All right. So I hope that was clear as mud, you guys. You know, Kathy, she says black and white for her to prevent the double lines. I've had mixed results. So, you know, if one doesn't work, I just do the other. But that's it's good you know how to switch, right? All righty. Let's get in here and see what we got. It's thinking about it. And once you do a scan, This is the start of Snapplique, you guys. You've got to get a vector graphic. You've heard of SVG files, okay? SVGs are scalable vector graphics, and you can move those around, and what a hot mess that is. Good Lord Almighty. Oh, look at that mess. That's awful. Okay, we're going to see if this works. That is a mess. I'm going to tell it inside, outside. So it wants to know in this menu right here, what do you want it to look at? You can look at outside only, which would be fine if it was just the M, the O, and the H, but we have the E, and the E's got that little part that you need to get in the middle. So I want it to recognize inside, outside. What this is seeing, oh my word, that's a disaster. Y'all look at that. So that is seeing not only the page, but the shadow of the page is folded underneath it. That is what that's seeing. And that is a hot mess. And it is full of broken lines, and it will not work. Okay? That will not work. Nope. Yep. So what do? You trace it. You can either trace it, or you might be able to make a copy. You know, it's entirely possible to make a copy. This is my life. Okay. This is what I do all the time. Well, that didn't work. Now what? Well, that didn't work. Now what? And answering your emails. Copy works for you. Yeah. Copy works for me too. So I don't really need the layout diagram, but I need, let's see, it needs to be 8.5 by 11. Okay. I'm telling you. Okay. That's a mess. Oh my goodness. Okay, to delete all patterns. Okay, I do not want that mess. All right, so let's go make a copy, shall we? I'm going to point you toward my desk so you can see over there. I was working on Embroidery. Let's make a copy. My copier works. My printer doesn't want to work. Dang thing. Oh. What am I doing here? I don't need this. Right here. I don't need that. And I don't need this. I need this. I'll do anything not to have to trace first. You can't see it. Okay. We're going to print it. Come on, printer. I didn't get the top of the E. I can make that work. Okay. I didn't get the top of my E, but I can fix that in Canvas. That's no problem. Okay. Now, let me have my 12 by 12 scanning mat. It printed. Yeah, it printed, but no, it copied. The copier is no problem. The printer, on the other hand, like file print, doesn't work. That doesn't work. It's annoying. Okay. Like I said, love-hate relationship with my printer. I've even got it cabled in for slave and it's just not like that. And scan to cut data, 12 by 12. Okay, and start. Quick, see? Oh my goodness. I could trace the top from the other sheet. I could, but I'm going to use the Bezier tool and just build it in Canvas. You never understood print to file. So Betsy, what that means is your computer has the ability to just create a document without actually printing it, like on paper. So it'll print to file means it's going to store it like a document, like a PDF file. It'll store it. Let's see. Inside, outside. Okay. All right. So now I told it inside, outside like last time. And look at the better. Oh, you didn't see that. It's acceptable. I'm going to save it. You can save it in the machine, to the cloud, or on a USB. I'm going to save it to the cloud. You got to look for those little radar waves. Okay, we're done. Good. Save successful. That's what I want to see. My brother's stuff works. My printer, on the other hand, got an attitude this morning. That was so funny. Betty Boop was messaging me in the morning, and I'm like, my printer crapped out. Oh, oh my goodness. And where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? Is my mouse? My mouse is not plugged in. Do what? You know what, Margie? Yes, ma'am. Is that not the craziest thing? Because that HP, mine's an HP, their little app works great. Yeah, I can take a picture of it or a picture, whatever I want, send it there, up, down. I could be on the other side of the planet and it'll print. Okay. But from my laptop or my desktop, it gives me the hand. I'm not interested in working and doing that right now. Thank you. I'm the master sergeant of troubleshooting. Yes, I know. I have a wireless mouse. You got to plug the dongle in. Yeah. Okay. So, Erin, do I have to change from wireless to hardwire? It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it was slave this morning. Slave means I have an actual cable from the printer into the desktop. That's what it means when you slave it. It's only 1-for-1. That's it, right? No wireless involved, and that didn't work either. Okay. Well, Patsy, that's what I kind of meant, but YouTube has rules. Gotta mind the rules. Oh my goodness. Y'all quit distracting me. Hold on a minute. Let me log into Canvas and let's see what we can do with this. My E. You guys are having a good time. Rowdy bunch this morning, y'all. Rowdy bunch. Okay, let's go to my projects. There it is. Let's edit. I don't know if I'll be able to fix this or not. We shall see. All right. I need the H. I need the O. I need the M. And I need this E. I'm going to right click and group these guys. I need this, but it's open at the top. And let me highlight the rest of this and hit delete. Okay. And now we're going to grab everything else and bring it back on the mat. I probably should have drawn that line. You're absolutely right. Okay. So this, I want to get this bigger. So is there a way you can do this and you can see that's a freehand and that's going to look terrible. Let me do this one. Draw with points. And to here, I think, and then, oops, let me hit enter. Nope, that didn't work. Hold on. I bet you this is easier when you're on the downloaded version. I bet you. Okay, so that's really crooked. Let me hit escape. Okay, that worked. So there's my E. I want to rotate this so I can, it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Let me go into select, edit, and just select it and rotate it here. Yeah, look at that. Let me see. Control Z. It's easier to just go copy it again and do it right. But ideally, right click and group. Now let me double click this. See, and I want it, that's not working. I wanted to do that because that's a major broken line right there. Major broken line. See, the idea is to weld, and it's going to tell me I can't do that, I bet you. Nope, cannot execute. You have an open or intersecting path. So that, my friends, is the perfect example of a broken graphic. Weld didn't work, see? So that's the thing. That's a broken graphic. And when you have a broken graphic, you don't have a shape, you have lines. And you can't Snapplique with lines. All right. Just trace that little bit and rescan maybe. Yeah, Lynn. I know. I know you guys. What did I do with that? And ideally, you want to use a curved ruler to trace that little bit because it's just a tiny bit. I need a pencil. Do I have one? No, not on hand. Of course not. That'll be easier than trying to draw it again. Let me see here. My freehand leaves a little bit to be desired. But I think in the long run, it's really not going to matter, okay? Use the bottom of the simple shapes or the bottom of a cup. Yeah, I know. That would be smart, wouldn't it? You guys are so smart. I never did find my 4s from yesterday. Let me see, I have a round. Here we go. This is a round one in the 60s. I could just copy it again. I don't like leaving you guys for that long. Let me erase this. I need a curve. I think that'll work. Let's give it another shot, shall we? Scan to cut data, start. We'll see. I have circle rulers. I have to go dig all that stuff out. Of course I do. I got a ton of them. One of y'all just got a new long arm. Congratulations. He sent me an email on that. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. She got the King Quilter, like I've got King Quilter 2 Elite from Sewing Machines Plus. That's going to be good. Keith's going to the doctor in a little bit. It's his eval for his knee replacement. So we shall see. I think that, yeah, that worked. Let me do inside outside. Yeah. So here you go, guys. You didn't see this last time. See what a nice clean scan you get from a print? Okay. Nice clean scan. All right, I'm going to tell it okay. I've chosen inside outside. I'm going to tell it okay. And I want to save it in the cloud. Let's try this again, shall we? So yeah, he just goes for the evaluation and hopefully he can get scheduled for a date. Anyone going to Handy Quilter Academy? I have a Handy Quilter or a educator come in here. Sometimes she's here. How's my thumb doing, Bernadette? Well, I still have the scar on my thumbnail from the bite, and I'm using Mederma to put, on my thumb. It's fine. I work it every day. I have to work it. It's stiff, but it's good. I had a dog bite for those that are new. Okay. Let's go back to Canvas Workspace and see how that one turned out. Okay, I'm just going to come up here and hit Canvas Workspace, and I'm going to leave, and we'll go to my projects, and let's get the new one. There it is. That was it. Yep, there we go. That'll be fine. So let me highlight both of these, right-click group. It's a little flat, but it'll be okay. All right, and then the M and the O and the H. And then highlight all of it. Hit delete. Bring it back in. I'm going to put each piece in its own little part of the mat. You need to make all of these one object. So I'm going to highlight them all, right click group, and then I'm going to come over here to edit and flip horizontal because they're mirrored in the pattern. Okay. Then you have to right click and ungroup. So they're their own little piece. I do not have directional fabrics on this. I do not think, except for the heart, and we can work all that out. So, right, I'll be moving stuff around on the screen to do the cutting, or I can do it here. Either way. Okay. So what we've done is created vector graphics from a piece of paper. Now, a vector graphic, when you have a picture, like on a picture on the internet or a picture of yours or something, and you try to blow it up and it gets real pixelated, a vector graphic doesn't do that. So no matter how big I make this, it still looks right. Okay, let me Control Z so it's the right size. But that's the beauty of a vector graphic. Okay. So I want to I'm just going to download this. I'm not going to save it. It's fine. So this is download to PC. It also works on a Mac. You do not need a Brother embroidery machine to do this, even though it's a Brother scan and cut. Okay. And then we're going to do scan and cut transfer, and scan and cut transfer is ready. And that's it. Done with that. Very handy. Okay. Tell this okay. Eject my mat. And tell it okay. See how easy that is when your graphics are, when your print's right? Yeah. Now I need a 12-inch mat. I think Joanne Banco from Let's Go Sew has something up her sleeve, because she emailed last night to a bunch of people and said, what's your favorite recipe? I got dog fur for cutting fabric on the mat. I'm running low on sticky, you guys. I'm going to spray this. Now, don't forget, there's Heat and Bond Light on the back of this. So wait a minute. Let me go home. Tell it okay. I'm going to go to the retrieve data button, and I'm going to get it from the cloud. And it's going to give me the last thing that it sent down. So that's a thing too on your workflow. You can only cut the last thing that you sent down. So if you want to send them all down at one time to cut one after the other, then you need to save it in the machine and pull it up from the machine. This is the white fabric is the M, so that goes right here. Okay, and let's see. This is my little heart. And that goes down here. So that's what I do is I just look at the mat. Let me show you. Jerry, are you new? Welcome. We got a new person. There's a welcoming committee. You guys quit lollygagging back there. Say hi to Jerry. She's new. That spray, my friend, is Sulky's KK 2000. It's fantastic. It doesn't have any fumes. It doesn't have any overspray. I absolutely love this stuff. It's the best stuff in the whole world. And it's about comparable with other adhesive sprays as far as price goes. Let's see. This goes below the M. The H. Yeah, goes below the M. If your mat's running out of sticky, this is a great solution. Because you can pull up your fabric without getting it all. Let's see. What is that? I know it goes here. This is the E. I think that's right. Okay. I might have to rotate it. I might have put my fabric on sideways. Let me load this mat. All right. So here we go. Thank you for the prayers for Keith. It's just an evaluation, but I appreciate that very much. Let me go in and tell this. We have a cut area of 12 by 12 and get off that long mat and tell it okay. All right. So the blue box with a bar across it, that is the scan the mat button. I'm going to touch that and tell it start. And it's going to pull the mat in and take a picture of what it sees. This is why the scan and cut is more expensive than the Cricut. And this is why the scan and cut is so much better than the Cricut. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is why you want the scan and cut. Okay, the H, I'm going to move it just a little bit. Okay, now this heart, there is a tiny bit of the heart. The little bottom point is in the white. Other than that, I want to make sure that the heart is centered on that line. Let me go to edit and magnify. I want to see what I've got here. Okay. I want the center of that heart right on that line. Oh, that's good. I like that. I'm making sure that I've got plenty of red, plenty of white, plenty of red. This looks good. And I've got the white on the point. I think it's okay. I might rotate it just a hair. I think that's okay. Now I can't see if I'm on the fabric on the M. So I'm going to tell it okay. And I want to go to, that's what I want to know. I'm going to tell it okay again. And right here on this wrench, because you're backing out of the menus, on this wrench, I want to tell it I've got light fabric. This is dark backgrounds. This is a light background. And I'm going to tell it okay. Aha, look at that. That again is why you want the scan and cut. That looks really good. Let me go into edit. Let's get bigger and take a look. I like it. Looks great. Now I can't see these, but that's okay. And okay. Yep. I do like it on dark so I can see what I'm doing here. And okay, please select and cut. There we go. Now, even if you're not doing even if you're not doing the whole Snapplique method, it's still worth it to get the scan and cut so that it's cutting out your applique pieces for you. I love it. Mary Poppins. You never know what's in my bag of tricks. Ah, that didn't. Oh, fail, fail, fail. That didn't work. I know it. We had this happen yesterday, you guys, on the grass. Same thing. So here's what I want to do. It wants me to do a position 2 and press the start key. And what that's talking about, let me show you. This happens, you guys, and you need to see it. What it thinks. Okay, here's what happened. It, on this piece that was pieced together, okay, it pulled it up and it's got a little bit of it sticking up under here, and it thinks I've got a thicker fabric in there. No, they're not backwards. I did I grouped them and flipped them around. So what it's talking about, it says stopped operating to restart, shift the scanner level to position 2 and press the start key. That scanner level is over here on the side of the machine. I'm going to pop it up to 2. Even though it's not a thick material, that's okay. And now I'm going to press, you have 2 choices. And I'm going to not tell it to quit operating. I'm going to hit start because it's over there on that other fabric. Okay. Now it wants to do it again. I'm going to tell it pause. Hold on. Let me push this back down. I might cut that again, but it tore the seam is what it did. Yeah. Okay, let me tell it start. No, the M has the wide side next to the E. There we go. I'm going to cut this out myself with scissors. I can tell by the lines on the fabric. I don't think they're backwards. Would a rotary blade have saved me there? Yeah, Tracy, probably. Probably would have. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys think they're backwards, but y'all, I remember I grouped them. I grouped them and then I flipped horizontal. So they're right. Yeah, they're right. Okay. Now this heart, I don't want to move it. I want to cut it again. I've never used the rotary blade. How about that? I've never used that. You guys use it? On the M, doesn't the wide side need to be on the left? No. You guys, look. It's next to the E. Yeah, I did it. It's right, you guys. You do, and it helps a lot. How do you know when to use a rotary blade? The rotary blade is used for thicker fabrics like cork, seamed fabric, seamed pieces like this. Let's see. I have one. I don't know where it's at. Ugh. You guys, our hour is up. So if you need to go because you've got a life to live, feel free. Thanks for stopping by. Give me a thumbs up on your way out the door. This is troubleshooting. This is what I do here. But I'm going to install the rotary blade if you guys want to hang around. But thank you for staying with me. I know you've got a life to do things. Go sew something, right? So let me find my rotary blade. It is here somewhere. Not in here. See, I have an X-Acto knife in there. That's handy to have. Let me see. Okay, I don't think it's in here. No. I'm not entirely sure where it's at. You're hanging around. It's only 6 a.m. there. Okay, Kathy. Well, you're going to watch me dig through my bins here. There's a little set of legs for long mats and my brayer I got in my Scan and Cut Create box. But I think this is all the stuff I get from Amy Sews for her little Scan and Cut Create. I got cork. I got felt. I got all kinds of goodies in here. I don't know if there's a rotary blade in here or not. Like I said, I know I have one. I just don't know. No, not here. What is this? Armor etch for etching. You can etch with the Scan and Cut. No little wipes. Nope. And I found it. Is this it? Rotary auto blade kit. All right, let's play with the rotary blade, shall we? Okay. Bye, Sonia. Thank you for coming. Go babysit. Okay. Is this a thing? Let's see. Well, that looks easy enough. This is it here. Okay. Does it have a code? So you guys use these all the time. All right. So I want to delete everything on the screen except for the heart. It has a code. See this here, this is me, you guys. I'm just like into the wind. Let me make this work. Nothing like being live and doing something brand new. So you guys can see how it goes. This looks like a code of some sort. And yes, it is. All right. Activation code access. Okay. You can tell it okay. I want to go back. This, edit, delete. Okay. The E, trash, okay. And the H, trash, and okay. So all I've got left is the heart. Okay. So, pop that blade out and take the cap off. It has a little cap on there. Take that off and pop that blade in. Press it down. And I bet you I've got to go into settings or something, right? The code is for extra designs. I don't need it to use the blade. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Okay. So let's say okay. And please select. And does it, I'm assuming it knows it's a rotary blade. Let me tell it's here. No, it feels like it's stuck down enough. It's just, all right, let's just tell it start. Let's see what happens. Oh, how about that? Look at that. No kidding. got a thick seam right there. I'll take it all day long, you guys. That's cool. Okay. Y'all saved the day. Yay. That looks good. My seams are coming apart. This is why I don't like pressing seams open. I might have to build another one of these. I don't know. Okay, it's up. Saved it. I'm going to go and press this again on with some Teflon. It should work. It's got a little fuzzy there. Trim that up. Should work. What do you think? I like it. Yep. Rotary blade. She says it's in my cart. Annette, you've convinced me. Yeah. You guys are good. It takes a village, right? It's an effort for everybody. Yeah. Get the M. Everything turned out perfect. Except for that heart. But that's okay. That rotary blade is cool. How about that? I didn't realize there were extra designs with it. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Okay, good. Ugh. So yeah, if you don't have a rotary blade and you do that, it's 2 layers of fabric at a minimum if you do your, so I would maybe lower your stitch length. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that would work. Yep, you guys are on the right track for that. Is the card I'm working? Yes. Nightingale News, yes. If you just go to my blog and on the search box, type in the word cabinet, this comes up and it gives you the measurements. Okay. And let me eject this. Okay. Well, that was interesting. And you see how it behaves, okay? It comes over and does a little cut, comes back and does a little cut. So you don't need it all the time, but when you do need it, it's very handy. Very, very handy. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy to do that. You can cut everything with rotary blade. Okay, I could, but it takes a little bit longer. So let me show you guys how I'm going to, let me put the little card in there so I don't lose it, because I will. Oh, and the cap. What happened to my other blade? Okay. So, let's see here. Let's go to present and share screen. So that was easy, right? To change the blade out and just do it the other way. When you get something that gives you trouble, that's cool. So here we are in Brilliance, and I'm just going to quickly go through this. We don't have overlapping pieces, so it's not that big of a deal. Not going to be too hard. I'll go into Stitch Artist, and I want Vector, and there's the home, and tell it open. Now, this mini finishes at 6.5 square. So what I need to do is I'm going to use this. You can use a 6x10 hoop. I could, but what I'm going to do is grab these up here on the ruler guide, not on the numbers, but like on a line. Just grab it and you'll get a ruler guide. And I'm going to drag it down to 3 1/4 minus 3 1/4 right there. Okay. And I'm going to get another one and drag it to plus 3 1/4. So that is 6.5. Yeah. I'll do this one. Come over from this side. I'm going to drag it over to 3 1/4. and then do it again. And this is how you know how big your thing needs to be. Okay. The H, right click, move first. I'm going to grab it on the green handle and move it up. Get this M out of the way. When you click on them in the objects panel, you're going to get a little green box, and you can use that and drag things around. And this H. And then this is the beauty of doing it with software so that you know everything is going to be exactly where you want it. All right. Whoop. Okay. So the H, I'm going to hold down the control key. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to move this up. H-O-M-E. Okay. I'm going to hold down the control key. I'm going to click the heart and the H. The H is not straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Okay. And the O. And I'm going to get out of Stitch Artist, and I'm going to go over here to the alignment button. And I want to align these horizontally center and apply. And they were pretty horizontally centered already. This one, okay, now the M and the E, I want to align horizontal center, apply. And it looks like it's doing okay. Let's align them at the bottom, apply. Yeah, they're aligned horizontally. Okay. So let's align them vertically. Line and the M. Vertical left. Okay. And then the O and the E. And align and vertical left. I think. I don't know if I want that or not. Okay. I don't think so. I think I want that E back over where it was so that it is. Okay. Well, I should have put them inside of my little thing, shouldn't I? That would have helped. Now, one thing you can do too is you can make your own hoops, which is very handy. So I've got these guidelines to help me with alignment. All right. But what you can do, I did this morning too. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to stop sharing that. So let me go out to Google. Okay, I'm going to go to Google, and I want to do inch. There it is, inch to millimeter. Whoop. Millimeter conversion. That's what I want. Okay. So this finishes at 6.5. So I'm going to tell it 6.5, and that millimeter is 165. Okay. Got it. Now let me go back over to Embrilliance. And I'm going to come up here to the preferences. And I'm going to tell it new hoop. And I'm going to name it On Wander Lane Mini 6.5 squared. Okay, 6.5 inch squared. And this has to be in millimeters. So I'm going to do 165 and 165, which is what Google told us. I'm going to tell it okay and okay. Now this is the one I want. There we go. So now that is my hoop. Control A, and I want to center it in the hoop. Okay. So now again, it's just about alignment. That E, I want to move it just a little bit. Do you guys like that? I think I like that. Everything is even here, even here. These are, I guess they're fine, right? Let me go back over here and look at you guys and see what you say. Gotta go. Okay, bye, Carolyn. Okay, what are you guys looking for? Michelle, what are you looking for? Oh, you don't. Okay, thanks, Carolyn. So let's turn it into an embroidery design, shall we? All right. I'm going to Control A to select all, and I'm going to go back into Stitch Artist, and I'm going to select the applique stitch. It looks like a backwards E, and that looks great. I'm a little bit crowded here and over here, so I'm going to click on the applique tab over here in the properties box, and I'm going to switch E stitch to blanket. Stitch length, I'm going to make it a 2 and hit enter. And then the 4, I'm going to change to a 3. I'm still a little crowded. Let me go to 2.5, enter. That looks much better, very clean. It's a little crowded up here in this skinny part, but I think it'll be okay because I will use a matching thread and you really won't see it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, that looks good. I'm going to tell it File, Save As, Stitch and Working, and I'm going to call it Home dash OWL and tell it Enter. Okay. And you guys can't see this in the utility menu. I'm going to click here. Oh, hold on a second. I need to get a new box and I need to pull in. You guys can't see this, but I'm going to pull in the PES design. Okay. And yeah, these are crowded. So let's see. Let me go back into Stitch Artist. Click on this E. I don't know. It'll probably be okay, right? I'm going to leave it. You won't even notice it. Anyway, okay. I'm going to utility and send to this, and it is going to be home. Okay. And file sent to machine. Excellent. Okay. All done. Perfect. Perfect. Looks good. Carol, you get funny. All right. If those blocks shouldn't be appliques in their own box, you could, I guess, if you wanted to, you could do it a couple of different ways. Yeah, you certainly could. All right. So that's it. Now I'm going to stitch it out. I don't want to keep you guys, but that's how you do it. That's going to be, that's how you create an embroidery design. I mean, it's that simple. I have a video on how to connect your scan and cut to Canvas. It's my unboxing video, and it tells you how to do that. I'll show you where that is. Yeah, you're welcome, Peggy. Absolutely. I'm going to go out to YouTube and let's see. Let's go to my channel. And I'll show you where that's at. Present and share screen. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel. Okay. And if you want to find it right here, you can, here on this magnifying glass, you can just search scan and cut. But I know I titled it unboxing. Okay. And here it is right here. Brother Scan and Cut unboxing, connect to internet. Maybe I should change it to Canvas, and my connection in Brother Luminaire. So I show you how to do all of that, but this video shows you how to connect it to the Brother Canvas. Okay. You can also just on the YouTube search, you could do that. Okay. But if you go Power Tools with Thread unboxing in the YouTube search, it'll pull it up. It's when I got this one, and that's how I connected it to Canvas. So you're going to stay and watch me sew it? Well, Betsy, I got to go. So I know I would love to, but I'm going to run. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun, learning experience for all of us. I have never used the rotary blade, and that was fun. All right. If you are so inclined and you're going through any of my videos and we're on the live and you know how I kind of talk about a lot of things, you can always find a transcript. You want to see how to do that? That's very cool. Let me go back to here. I want to show you how to find stuff in a transcript. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's the love of my life heading to his doctor's appointment.
Hola, everybody.
You're off. All right. You got your CD with your MRI on it. Okay.
Got it.
Love you. Drive safe.
Bye.
See you later. Okay. So I'm going to show you, you can get a transcript because you can be like, I know she said something. So, okay. Let's, you can just click on this video. Okay. And in the description box, this is a new thing that YouTube has done. You've got the description box and it says more down here, ... more. Click that. And as you go down, so it's got key moments. You can find things in here. And where's the transcript? Because I've seen them. Oh, you get key moments on a video. Okay. You get transcript. Let me go back to, this is a live. This is what we're doing now. Let me find another one of my lives. Let's go back to my channel and let's go to live. Okay. So here's this one. And we'll click on more. So when you're on a live, there's all the links I tell you guys about all the time. There's the transcript. And you can click show transcript. And there it is. Now I want to search in here and find something she was talking about that day. And you can just click up here and search. So let's look for, let me see. It auto generates in English. I've had it do that. So anyway, that is how, what was I doing? Let's do split, S-P-L-I-T. I was talking about split hoopings and it pops up and it finds it for you right there. Isn't that handy? Very, very handy. So if you know I talked about something and you know what video it was in and because you wrote a note or whatever, and you want to go back and find exactly that part, use that feature. It's hard on a phone. It's easier on a tablet. It's much easier on a laptop or desktop. Okay. But it can be done. So those are very, very helpful little tips. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. And that's just awesome stuff. Nuggets. Yes, Midge. Those are nuggets that you find out when you hang around long enough. I'll show that tomorrow morning too, early on, so people can see it, because that's a very helpful feature. I use that all the time. I will pull that up on a lot of videos. All right, you guys, y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Go sew something. Bye.